What's going on, YouTube? I need to hop on here real quick and tell you that I'm an idiot. So, since the last weekend of June, I've been going through some Saga with my holsters as I'm getting ready for multi-gun nationals. Bottom line is that weekend I used this holster before I messed it up. And I dropped 2 mags that day, which sent me down a spiral of what is wrong with this holster. If we backtrack before that, sometime around Christmas, I ordered this fun little guy off Amazon. This is an engraver. And when I got this, I was messing around in my little gun room, and I took this holster here, and I engraved, had a different hood on at the time, and I engraved 320 on it right there. The problem is, this is not a 320 holster. This is a 320 holster. And this is a 320 holster. So this 320 holster that I was trying to use for my 2011 DS9 was not made for it. So I'm going to put some pictures in here. I heated it up, put some vice grips on there, and I essentially ruined this holster. I also cut some stuff out here. This didn't really ruin it, but I cut some stuff out here to free up the safety, because that is what started me down this, was the safety. Now, I also knew I had been having trouble with the OG holster for a while. I was having trouble with it last fall, and it was slowing me down on USPSA, so I bought the USPSA holster. And as I was going through this, I was confused, as was Adam, who was awesome and reached out to me after I posted on Facebook. This holster fits just fine, right? See, it fits super tight up around there. Everything is great. Well, when you put a 2011 into a 320 holster, it doesn't fit that tight. I'm sure you're shocked by that. You have a ton of space up top here, and the pistol rattles around in it. And if you haven't trimmed that little part off, that I trimmed again, it can hit your safety while you're running down a lane, and your mag can fall out, or a stage and your mag can fall out. All things that are preventable if you're not a dumbass like me, and if you know which holster is a 2011 holster and it fits in there amazing. I'm going to put a picture up here. I actually just swapped this out. They do have a new gamer holster thing here, and their gamer holster. This now goes to 90. The old one went to like 60, which is right about there. You can see it in the picture. And your vortex optic could get caught on it. I'll put it back on this 320 holster. All right, so I owe Weber Tactical a huge apology. I don't think I dimed them out on Facebook. I'm a big fan of theirs. I was looking back. I bought the original 320 holster, which is this one that I completely destroyed in 2023. Last summer when I bought the 2011s, I bought this holster. And I would occasionally get the big dot. I've run an SRO or one of these, I remember. I'd get the big dot caught on it occasionally. But it really, it was still safe. I also run, just, because I love them, I run their pistol mags, I run their rifle, or pistol mag pouches, I run their rifle mag pouches. I would run their, these, I have some, but I can't get them to work. I'm going to re-engage now that I realize I'm an idiot. But I haven't got them to work for my Dissident mags yet. They worked really good for my old metal mags for my Typhoon, or you got what's the Rock Island, wherever, that VR80. They worked really good for those mags, and that's what I used. But since I've gone to a Dissident, I can't get the Dissident mags to lock into theirs. But I'll play with that again after 3 Gun Nationals. The other person that was awesome, he was the first person to reply to my post, was Mr. Fancy Pants Shooting himself. And I just brain farted his name. McClain, John McClain. How can you forget that? Nakatomi Plaza, hero of. But yeah, so he made this that night and sent it to me. He sent me 2 videos showing it. He doesn't have an MPA. He did it off a different double stack 1911. but this is also a nice holster. And either way, I'll play with both. I'm super excited because now I have a backup holster for the gun. So his is a little bit different. His is a push button. You push that down and it's spring loaded, and it is squared off to match. But it looks like it's going to draw real easy. I'll figure that out tonight in dry fire. The Weber Tactical one's a little bit different, where you have to push down and then move it with your thumb during your draw stroke. But you've got a ton of clearance there. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use this week. I've been dry firing with a Weber Tactical all week. Excited to dry fire tonight with the right Weber Tactical. And I might try John McClain's holster as well. I'm going to message him now and tell him that I got it and I owe him some money for it because it does fit and it does work and it's awesome. So I'm an idiot. I labeled my holster wrong. This sent me down a rabbit hole, and I hope nobody thinks less of Weber Tactical because of it. I need to go update that Facebook post with some pictures and admit my idiocy. Hopefully it's the last thing I mess up this week. Going to 3-Gun Nationals. Starting to lay stuff out and pack. Life is fun. My girls are going to like the bluey stickers that came with John's package. All right, so there's hooray for Weber Tactical and Fancy Pants shooting holsters. Both Missouri companies, I believe, huge supporters of the sport and shooters themselves. All right, I suck. I feel like an idiot. Talk to you later. Bye.